In World War II, captured female spies suffered shocking and painful punishments, including brutal beatings, sexual assault, and mental torment. The Gestapo's cruel methods included sleep deprivation and threats to families. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The bone-chilling testimonies in this video depict a disturbing panorama of the insane Nazis' inhumanity and sadistic tendencies towards women involved in espionage. The Nazis were known for their brutal treatment of people, especially women. Can you imagine the cruelty that surfaced when a female spy was captured? And imagine the horrors of the Gestapo were to arrest and mistreat her. These are the painful punishments the insane Nazis did to captured female spies. A step into the shadows of history as we reveal a chilling chapter of World War II's espionage landscape. Join us in exploring the harrowing journey of female spies captured in the clutches of the Gestapo. During World War II, MI5's Maxwell Knight questioned women's effectiveness as spies. Could they excel in such roles? In what capacity, if at all, could they contribute? Is Europe braced for the Blitzkrieg? His revelations of talented female spies disrupting the male-centric spy game added fuel to the fire, challenging the status quo. Knight was on the verge of voicing his opinion when he noticed that the idea of using female spies intrigued him. He proposed that one useful talent of women spies might be to seduce males for information extraction and a letter about women's roles as agents. Maxwell Knight was just a drop in the ocean of those who misjudged the book by its cover when it came to women's abilities. Many missed the boat on recognizing the full spectrum of women's potential. Historically, women's espionage talents were presumed to be low or even zero, but some women rose like phoenixes from these scenarios and proved these assumptions wrong, and their achievements shattered conventions. Russia saw a quick period of change in 1917, with uprisings, mutinies, and the creation of militias popping up like mushrooms after the rain. A 400-year-old monarchy was overthrown amid the chaos, giving place to a transitional government that also fell. And if that wasn't enough, the turmoil unfolded against the backdrop of a world war that raged on. The Red Army forming Bolsheviks, who stood up for workers and peasants, did everything in their power to bring about a change of government. Their strategies included spying on their own people and openly threatening the population. They even rolled up their sleeves for brutal interrogations and street violence. These very Bolsheviks would later lay the groundwork for the Soviet Union. Revolutions and war plagued Russia as it worked to create the Soviet Union. Even with the provisional government in place of the Tsar, the Bolsheviks remained unrelenting in their pursuit of change due to their bottomless need for it. The turning point arrived with the October Revolution of 1917, masterminded by Trotsky and Lenin. It opened the door for a military uprising that resulted in the capture of the Winter Palace and the overthrow of the provisional government. The Bolsheviks took over and declared themselves to be the only ruling body of the country, which sparked the beginning of the Russian Civil War. Whether in the tumultuous era of the Russian Civil War or the chaos of World War II, the spies emerged as key players on the hidden stage of history. Isn't it intriguing that often it's the heroines who take the spotlight? Yet when the Nazis captured them, their valiant trek turns tragically grim. How much pain did these courageous women endure at the merciless hands of the Nazis? Let's explore and highlight the unsung fortitude that remained in the face of the unimaginable pain. Their fate was grim beyond the violence. Imagine being alone in a dimly lit chamber, helpless in the Gestapo's hands and hidden from the world's sight. The Gestapo's goal was to obtain everything from them, including their contacts, secrets, and knowledge of the Nazi war machine, but it took a while to complete this. The Gestapo's method was slow, inflicting agonizing pain as it sought to break them, should they survive to tell the tale. The horrific reality for female spies during World War II was such cruel treatment. The daring women contributed to the world's freedom and security. Do you have any idea how remarkably potent their innate female cunning became? Surprisingly, it transformed into a formidable weapon in the realm of espionage. But before we continue, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for upcoming interesting videos. They operated in pairs or groups, increasing their chances of success while tying their covert network together with code names and secret signals. Yet these women challenged societal norms and stereotypes. They continue to work towards their goal out of a sense of responsibility and a desire to change the world despite dangers, discrimination, and difficulty. Their secretive efforts later became legendary. These courageous women pushed beyond boundaries, weaving intricate spy networks that acted as the threads shaping the tapestry of history. Moreover, they transmitted important information from behind enemy lines. Noor Inayat Khan, a British agent, transmitted vital information from enemy lines. Virginia Hall, an American, established a crucial spy network for the French resistance that was essentially to liberating Normandy. Polish spy Christina Skarbek showed bravery while gathering information. Famous performer Josephine Baker exploited her position to spread important information. But the worst effects came from capture. They were going to be put in jail, tortured, and put to death. These unbreakable souls, molded to weather any storm, found their ironclad strength tested as the Gestapo unleashed the torrent of tactics aimed at tearing them down. The horrifying treatment Noor Inayat Khan experienced at the hands of the Gestapo is evidence of her unbreakable character. She wasn't alone. SOE agents Odette Sansom and Violet Sabo faced torture and incarceration. They were strangled, raped, humiliated, and flogged by multiple men, sometimes groups. Sacrifices serve as a powerful reminder of the magnitude of their contribution. Their crucial intelligence helped Operation Overlord succeed, which in turn helped to determine major historical events like the Normandy invasion. By dismantling rocket programs, Christina Skarbek's intelligence served as a lifesaver. Furthermore, Noor Inayat Khan's communications acted as a key that unlocked the door for the Allies to storm Italy's shores. Madeleine Damerment, a spy, was apprehended by the Gestapo as a result of a radio game. After receiving fake cipher notes from the Gestapo, she was transported with a group to the German rear and was promptly detained by the SS. She was moved to the Dachau concentration camp, where the following morning she and 3 other families accused of espionage were shot in the back of the head. Kneeling in front of a grave that had been dug out, the executioner shot the victim once in the back of the head. One of the victims reportedly requested to visit a priest before she passed away, but was turned away because there was none in the camp, according to an eyewitness. The camp commandant also commanded that all the jewelry the women were wearing be brought to his office following the execution. There were unquestionably at least 55 female spies in the French underworld throughout the war. Out of these 55, half of the women died. 12 of them were shot, 12 were put in the gas chamber, and 2 perished from illness. Can you envision the eerie domain of punishment, where unimaginable agonies took roots and tales of horror unfold like pages from a nightmarish book? The very thought of punishment conjures up a horrifying world where agony takes hold. In its depths are stories of people who have faced horrors beyond words, like being made to swallow the bitter pill of salted fish without a drop of water to soothe their thirst. Sadism reveals its true colors in the form of excruciating physical torment that leaves the mind reeling, as if walking through fire. Hands were immersed in boiling water, causing the skin to peel off and the bones to be cut in half with gruesome precision. Prisoners were reportedly being held in barrels with nails pricking them, according to barbaric rumors. There are many allegations describing the winter torment, captives drenched in frigid water until covered in ice. Echoes of the Spanish Inquisition surface as rats are forced into heated barrels against the bellies of victims. Their determination is put to the test as the rats gnaw through flesh. Legends describe iron bolts fastened to leather straps that squeeze victims' heads, crushing their skulls in an unimaginable grip. These harrowing punishments, seemingly pulled from the darkest pages of history, are etched into the fabric of the past. The pain that female spies had to go through in the face of such tragedies is still a witness to the barbarism of the Nazi regime. These women lit the torch for courage, illuminating the path through prejudice and peril. They weren't just footnotes, they were keystones, ensuring our freedom. Their stories resonate as a chorus, echoing that courage has no cap, no peak. It's an ever-rising crescendo. Female spies stood as unsung heroes throughout World War II, risking everything to change the course of history. Their sacrifices, tenacity, and bravery are outstanding. Let's pay tribute to these remarkable ladies and make sure their legacy lives on, encouraging future generations to tackle adversity with unshakable courage. Can you grasp the remarkable valor that these brave women ignited, illuminating the way towards a future as bright as a blazing sun? Their courage became a compass, steering us through the stormy seas of adversity towards a horizon of hope. Comment below and subscribe to this channel for upcoming videos.